Eminence Front X5 and Larry Ward coming to you from, well, the pads out here in Death Valley. Pads is where I used to camp quite a bit. Quite a few people out here on the pads right now. Used to be miners camp back in the day for Billy Mine down the road here, close to Death Valley. But I'm going on a hike with Wonderhussy today out into, well, along the Death Valley Railroad. And I'm out here to see what kind of water erosion there might have been. We've had quite a bit of rain past couple months, and well, it's susceptible to that. So I'm gonna go check out to see what kind of stuff was left over from that. One last thing. Yeah, the X5's not with me today. We're with Sarah's rig. I think this is the toughest part of the hike. By the way, it's January 18th, and 5 years ago, I started my YouTube channel. Climbed into the X5, headed on out. But I'm at the top here. See the timbers down there? That's part of the old trestle. And built up dirt.
Holy cow, look at that.
Isn't that crazy? All right, we're up on the grade now, a little further in on the Death Valley Railroad, making our first real turn. We gotta go across little ways here and through this little pass. But Wonderhussy's behind me here as we make our way along. It's the first time here. I've been here several times. But yeah, you know, I couldn't think of a better hike to be on my anniversary than this one, with a good friend like Wonderhussy in tow, and see how far down we can get today as far as exploring this little valley that I call the valley that time forgot. It's gorgeous though. Looking at Death Valley that direction. Oh, you can see one of the access roads down there. Right here. That the railroad workers would take as they built the railroad. Pretty amazing, isn't it? Yeah, this is all new rockfall down here. Big boulders right on top of the railroad track itself. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And it gets a lot worse, folks. Ankles, watch out. And back down on the grade. But that's what they're dealing with out here, is they're clearing this off constantly. Every rain would somehow stop the track. So, yeah, onward. Erosion, water erosion. Water in the desert. Big old rock, boulder, coming down from the hilltop there. This is like Cathedral Canyon. That's what I'm calling Cathedral Canyon. But yeah, we're out here with Wonderhussy. She's following right behind us here. But we're on our way up the railroad grade. It's really torn apart up here. But you can see the erosion down here, cutting through the built-up rock on the hillside here. It's pretty bad, but yeah, there's Ryan Camp on the other side here. See if I can zoom in on that. That's Ryan Camp, those buildings out there. And we're not going clear out there, but that's the western terminus of the Death Valley Railroad. That's where to turn around and come back. We're quite a ways from that, but we're on our way. I used to hike in from this area, right down in here, and come all the way up through here, and all the way up. It's an amazing hike down there as well. But not today. Today we're trying not to kill ourselves, walking through this debris field, basically, of the rockfall that's happened out here. Let's go up and around here. You can see the basin from here now too. out yonder. That's the basin way out there. And that's the Brisky.
Around this one little section of the railroad grade, because I guess there's some treacherous, I don't know, mine tailings or something. And, you know, to be fair, it did just rain the other day, and so the ground maybe.
No clue what this place was called. However, the fireplace, what I think is the fireplace, is still here. And well, all this timber and ruins are still here. All kinds of junk laying about. Let me go up here a little bit. Careful. Looks like a cellar of some sort, built into the side of the earth. It's kind of crumbling now. I don't know. This could have been the living quarters. Here's some old glass. Blue in this case. It used to be clear. Over time in UV exposure, it turns blue. The minerals they're using to make glass back in the day. You find them in both two colors, blue and also purple. Oh, there's a purple piece right there. Oh, there's an old piece of pottery up here. That's pretty cool. See that? Looks like that was a holding area for animals. Oh, here's some more pottery. That's somewhat interesting. Wish I could see the whole piece, but it's cool to see that. There's just debris everywhere up here. Kind of cool. Kind of freaky. Would love to have known what this was used for back in the day. This kind of looks like a stairway, doesn't it? Hard to tell. Old can. There's an old bottle down there. Broken neck, the neck's right there. It's pretty cool. But I've been coming here a while, over the years. One of my favorite hikes. This definitely has changed. It's broken down quite a bit more. And these runoffs are a lot more severe now. There's more to it. Let me go down here. I'm still sold on the idea that this was some sort of holding area for livestock, chickens, I don't know, fowl of some sort, but I'm thinking chickens. Here's more of that purple glass. Some kind of old hook there. Driven into the ground. Looks like a whole living area down here. Let's go check it out. I was back here before, but it's been years. Let's see what's down here. I remember there being a dugout, much like this one here, that you can gain access to and see what's on the walls in it. We shall see what's left. This definitely looks like some kind of living quarters. Destroyed little area here. Can almost make out a little walkway down here. Let's take that down and around. And actually, it looks like we can go this way too. Let's go this way first, since we're up here. Yeah, another larger structure here. Yeah, the newspaper clippings are still here. What a trip. It's all still here. I'll have to show this to Wonderhussy for sure. So we were just up at this one. Walked down to this little cellar, which I think supported whatever was here, this building. Look at all this trash and glass and black powder cans everywhere. Definitely a place where they're throwing trash out. It's like a stairway here, or it used to be. Tons of Prince Albert cans. All kinds of artifacts out here. I've never seen a can like that before. Almost like a lid. It has a rolled edge to it. It wasn't just cut. Just a big trash pile I'm walking through. It sure seems a lot more eroded than it was before. That's for sure. And a lot more glass is showing up now, like that purple piece right there in the center. I don't recall seeing so much glass. It's like it's been unearthed and moved to be on top of the soil now. Amazing what the miners and railroad workers were doing out here. I'm pretty sure this is mine related because there's a lot of mines up in this hill up here. Coal mine's just on this other side. You can kind of see a remnant of it over there. But this is other mines up here. Interesting, no? onto the top here. Actually, I'm gonna go look at this first. We'll zip to that next. But we're gonna head on over to, there's a 6 grave cemetery over here, kind of in the general direction I'm pointing right now. We gotta check that out before we head on out and back. Cool stuff. Look at all these nails. They're just everywhere. A lot of it just all the way through here. This old dugout dwelling here. Now, it's very possible that this was the main structure they lived in and this was just a cellar. Cold storage. Don't know. Old pottery. Part of the reason why I like coming out here is, well, this stuff. Stuff from the past. Lost to time. And the weather. Onward. Here's all those ruins that we just walked through. The railroad you can see cutting through the hillside here all the way back to the back corner. Pretty amazing. All these years of rain and erosion. The one little area that I was concerned about is the area we're exploring right now. But it's all here. I'm very happy to say that. Including that little dugout down there that you see. Wonderhussy coming up from. All that stuff's down there still. Super happy. Onward, further down. Let's go see a cemetery. Okay, so we're almost at the end of this portion of the hike. We're going to go on the other side of this trestle. But once again, it's all broken away. You see all the stacked rock on the other side here. It's broken away because a lot of water flowed through here at one point, just destroying this bridge. See the foundations down there?
Oh my goodness.
It's crazy.
Holy cow, yeah, there was a trestle here, huh? You can tell.
Oh yeah.
Not anymore.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But we're heading over to the other side there. I can actually see the cemetery right over there, but that's where we're heading next. Pink.
Okay, so the cemetery that Larry was telling me about is just right over on the other side of this trestle. How are we going to get over?
Making our way around the trestle. And we're going down this steep grade here. It's been heavily rutted. And it'll take us over to the cemetery once we loop back around. We're heading straight down now, but up the other side, pretty much the same thing. A lot of erosion. Water in the desert. Yeah, there's different forms, right? There's the precipitation, the rain, the fog, the dew, but it still does damage and leaves evidence in the desert. I'm sure you can collect water as well when it does rain in larger amounts. But yeah, it's all here still. Oh, look, an old TNT can down there, or black powder can. Just remnants of mine or rail work going on. I'm passing by a lot of cans and debris that I normally would stop and look at, but I've been here so many times, I don't really need to stop and look. But if you'd like to see any of those videos, look at the description down below of this video, and I should have links. If not, you're welcome to comment saying, where are those links? And I'll get those up there for you. But I've done, I think, a total of 4 videos of this area. Look at that rock. That's beautiful. I know someone who likes that color purple. I might have to take that. There's another one. In that direction is Ryan Camp. I keep going down this railroad trestle or track. No track on it. There's that blown out bridge and trestle. But it's absolutely amazing out here. I love it. Sarah's up recording the cemetery up yonder. So you're moving around. It's something else, it really is. That is Death Valley down in that saddle. We're going to head a little ways in, and then we're going to cut across this hilltop and down into the valley. Okay, so I don't know if this is coincidence or not, but as you can see up here, there's a cemetery. Well, where's it at? I've lost track of it. Oh, there it is. There's a cemetery. But check this out. Right down here, a shovel, y'all. I didn't notice this before. There's the handle right next to it. The shovel that time forgot. That's pretty badass right there. That's really interesting. I think that would belong to something in the train. What do you guys think? What's your speculation on that? The handle. It's not something you'd move these big rocks with, you know? I've never seen anything like that before in the middle of nowhere. But we're right off the tracks. That's the Death Valley Railroad, DVRR. And this is sitting right off the track like someone discarded it here years and years ago. Whoa. Or was it used? Was it used for the digging of the cemetery graves? I don't think so. That looks old school. This is giving me the heebie-jeebies. So we're right across from Colemanite here. And there's a little monument on top of this guy, as well as something built up over here and something over here. Let's go check this out. Then we're going to be heading on our way back up into the railroad to head on out, but didn't see this before. Yeah, that's really like turquoise color. That's not a camera problem. That's, I don't know what this material is. Copper? I don't know. Looks like a blind. It's definitely man-made. Wild. And looks like more over here. This looks like someone's cabin over here. There's wood up here, timber. Looks more modern. Oh, cool. There's wire up here too. What a trip.
Oh, is this one of those little dwellings?
Yeah, it looks like maybe the big honcho lived up here. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So here you can really see how rustic these dwellings were. I mean, just a U-shaped rock outcropping with some wire and boards to hold up a tarp.
It's crazy. Now, if you look down below, you can see some more stuff down there. Like there's one right there. There's built-up rock across the way there. It's a bunch of stuff to look at as we head on out. All in this one area. Totally a trip. Oh, look, you can see the walls of some type of structure there. And there's a little monument on top of this mound. And that will pretty much conclude it for this trip on my side. But yeah, it's all stuck here. What a trip. Oh my goodness. We're heading out. Probably up this little S and then back up and into Culminite and out. Or actually, we could probably go out this way and out, bypassing Culminite altogether. That's why they closed it all off, the water erosion. So yeah, onward.
We went around that just so we could come down here.
So this is very similar to what we were seeing over at the start of this video. Or this hike, I should say. I don't know if I captured any of that. But coming down here is pretty much the same thing. You can see a slight slant. Maybe they had a roof slant down here for rain runoff. And then we have these other... Oh, here's the oven. This is what I wanted to show Wonderhussy, to give some perspective on what's going on down here. This is cool stuff down here. So this is some kind of cooking area. And you can see rail right here sticking out. Small gauge rail. They're also using that to make a cooktop, believe it or not. So I think you would put the wood down below and you cook up above. Pretty darn cool. And I think this was to heat water for something. Water would flow through it. I don't know, I'm just speculating.
This was a grill for cooking.
Yeah. It's made out of rail.
Yeah, sections of rail from the railroad. There's even part of an old tin plate testing. Hey, look at that. Some miner had his dinner. Rocks for dinner.
Rocks for dinner. What a trip. I think this was a primitive stove. You put this over a campfire. Any place where you're going to cook on top of it, right through that hole. I'm assuming a lot here. Here's another one of these ovens, I think. And again, I think the fire would go in the center and the flames would heat up whatever you put on top of this canister thing. Oh, look, someone actually has a can in it. Check that out. You would just cook whatever, you know, and the wiring would keep it from falling through. This one shows it more in action. There's a can in it this time. And more wiring. Looks like this was a fire area, and then this was a sleeping area. You can see the webbing.
Oh, I see what you're talking about with that fire thing.
Yeah. And there's a can in it, like you could cook something in that right now. It's a trip.
That's actually a very cool design.
More of a campsite here, stacked rock. I'm gonna head down to where this pole is, and we're gonna head on over to the railroad track. But this was a camping site for either the miners or railroad workers, or both. Maybe one took over after the other. Who knows? Here's another campsite. Stacked rock all around. Now we gotta climb all the way up that, back to the Death Valley Railroad. Here we come. I believe someone was a chain smoker. What do you guys think? Look at all these Prince Albert cans around. Of course, we know, smoking around black powder is never a good idea. So yes, of course, at the very end of our hike, oh, there's something over here. At the bottom of the hill. We're gonna check that out. But yeah, we saved the worst for last. This hike up this hillside is gonna be no bueno. There's another skid over here. So maybe they were using horses to bring stuff in. And the skid being a sled type device. Speaking of horses, look, there's a horseshoe right freaking there. So there were horses back here.
Oh, you found a horseshoe?
Yeah, that's a trip. And there's a skid right here that a horse would pull. Get around this here. Let's go look at this skid. So a horse would pull this. It has metal skids in the bottom of these sled devices. Pull cargo on it through these rocks. What a trip. What a freaking trip to see that. It's more modern material here, but definitely a campsite.
Oh, that's the skid there?
Yeah. It's like an intersection here.
Oh yeah, because look, here's a skid. Horses and cold food and water out here. They have to load barrels of stuff onto old wooden skids, and then poor exhausted desert horses.
Almost looks like a cross right there, but I think it's just coincidental. It ended up that way because we're in a wash. Okay, this is the trail we're following. It's pretty yucky. Oh, look, there's that caveman cave spot. It's kind of crumbled, but you can see someone made a little living quarters there. Pretty darn cool. I'm lollygagging. Time to go up the hill. Here we go. Never felt so good to sit on rocks. Oh, look,
That was intense.
a spike. At some point, someone had this in their hand, and they went, this, don't need that. We got plenty.
Yep.
What the heck?
Amazing. Amazing.
Thanks, camera, for not killing me today. Have you seen these before?
No, it isn't.
An explorer puts coins with
It's
holes.
like a certain explorer's hallmark.
Yeah, it's kind of his hallmark. When he finds something, he does stuff like
That's
that.
Cool. I want a hallmark.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, good for him.
That's the way he shows he's been here. Yeah,
All right, noted, brother.
it's pretty cool.
That is cool.
That's all she wrote, y'all. Eminence Front X5 and myself about to sign off, heading over to Wonderhussy's rig. But successful hike, 10 miles round trip, and successful in the sense that I've never done that loop all in one day. I've gone out to the cemetery and back, but we went to the cemetery, then down into the valley, and then back up onto the railroad track. I've never done that before in one shot. I've done them over the course of 3 to 4 different videos. So success, and also success in the fact that we got to see, well, that the valley that time forgot. Looks like erosion forgot it this time as well, which is good. It's still available for you guys to go out and see this place. It's always nice to take a partner. In this case, it was Wonderhussy. She's an avid hiker and a great person to have along on a hike. So bring a partner and enjoy yourself. Eminence Front X5 and Larry, we're at the rig, y'all. We made it. Success.
Larry,
Yes.
thank you for taking us on that hike.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it.
No problem.
That was pretty interesting.
Thank you for going on this hike.
You're welcome, Larry.
It's good to have you along. Good to see you again. Especially on, well, my 5th anniversary of YouTube.
That's right. It's
Yeah.
Larry's 5th anniversary of living in the desert in his car.
Yeah.
How about that?
Youch. Youch.
Oops.